Hey everyone, Kyle once again, aka Jurassic Godzilla fan, and happy Halloween. For today, I'm going to be reviewing three films today for this year's Halloween. Which I'll get to the first two, but first I'm going to do this one. As you can first of all, as you can see, I have Halloween because I'm wearing Michael Myers T-shirt. This is for the cover poster for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I don't like the movie, but I just got this because I like Michael Myers. He's my favorite horror icon. So I'm just wearing this because it's Halloween. So, but anyway, get into for the first review I'm doing today of classic from 1996. That is The Hitcher, a really good classic horror film starring Rutger Hauer, C. Thomas Howell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Jeffrey DeMunn. Now, and what can I say? This is a great horror film, especially with a fantastic performance by Rutger Hauer, and also C. Thomas Howell. As a 7.2 on IMDb, which I think is great, but unfortunately, it has only had like 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it should have been like as high like it was on IMDb, like a 70% or something. So, like I said, it was probably made very little money, because it probably was released in February, so it was made very little money, so. It was directed by Robert Harmon, who did Highwayman with Jim Caviezel, and also Nowhere to Run with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So it starts off with C. Thomas Howell, who's driving from Chicago to San Diego, right now to the state of Texas. And as he's driving, and it's raining, he picks up Hitcher, Rutger Hauer. He's asking as he's giving along, he's asking if he can have the cigarette. He's asking if he can have the cigarette, and he's driving past another car that's like on the side of the road. So it tells him to keep going, and that was so he rode with this other person, and he said he didn't get very far, because I cut him up to pieces, is what he said. And now C. Thomas Howell's Jim Halsey, he is getting scared now, and he tells him to get out, but no, he pulls a knife. He pulls a knife on and tells him to keep driving. And he's asking him, "What do you want?" He says, "I want you to say 4 little words. I want to die." And he notices that the car, the passenger door wasn't fully shut, so he tells him, "I don't want to die," and just kicks him out. So the next day, the next morning, as he sees the other car pass him up with it has little kids in the back seat. One is holding like a stuffed animal, but then as the stuffed animal is being lowered, that there's Hitcher again smiling at him. Jim Halsey, he tries to warn the parents, tell them there's a maniac in your car, and like how Rutger Hauer telling his little kid who's holding a toy gun, he's like, shoot him, kill him, But then he gets caught from another truck, and his car got stalled, and as the car keeps going off the distance, but then as he catches up to the car, it's now on the side of the road. You don't see the dead bodies, but you see some like blood dripping from the car though, and he was scared. He runs back to his car and he vomits from how gruesome the bodies were. He drives up. He keeps on going. There's like an empty gas station. Nobody there. Well, before that, he got as he's driving, the Hitcher comes up with him from in another truck, bumps his car, from behind for a couple times, and goes off road. When he gets to the gas station, nobody there. The Hitcher, he drives the car through the garage door and runs through the gas station pipes and pumps, and he lights a cigarette, and he just drops it as C. Thomas Howell is slowly running to his car, and then this explodes the entire place. And as he drives off, then he gets to a diner where he meets Jennifer Jason Leigh, who works there. Tells him they're not open, but he tells him he needs a phone and it's urgent. So he does, and as he goes to the bathroom to change, like Jennifer Jason Leigh thinks like this is the only thing I can make. So as he's eating, right, he's looking around, there's nobody there. He's eating one fry, and he picks up and he looks down, and it's a finger. You see, he's holding someone else's finger, and he's like, oh, and just runs outside. And then the cops finally come, but he gets arrested because they search him, and they find a pocket knife in his pocket with blood on it, and they think he did something. So he gets arrested, and at the station he tries to explain everything to him. Tell him where'd you get the car. It was a rental, So he gets put in the jail cell. He passes out for a while, but then he wakes up and the gate is open, and he slowly walks through the station. He sees a dog pass. You see the dog is licking something. He finds one of the dead officers licking the blood. And he picks up one of the guns that the officers had, and he runs off as more cops come. Then he gets stopped from another police car, and he gets in the back seat. He tells them, I want to talk to somebody who's in charge to get on the radio. He does. You hear Jeffrey DeMunn's voice on the radio, and he tells him that he didn't do it. Meet some place where we could talk it out. But then the Hitcher comes up in the truck and shoots the two officers in the head. So he gets out of the car, runs off, and he gets another diner. And he sits in the far booth, and then John Ryder, the Hitcher, he comes up to the booth and says, "Hi, kid." And he has a gun underneath the table. Tells him, "I got a gun. I'm gonna shoot you," And tells him, "Hey, and load it." And he says, "Bang!" And forces him to shoot, but then there's nothing in it. So you didn't check for bullets, did you? So he gives him the bullets. Because what it is, I just like how Rutger Hauer as the Hitcher, how he toys with C. Thomas Howell. It's like, so I say, why are you doing this? Because you don't know what's going on in the Hitcher's mind. Because it's just because he's just crazy. He likes probably just like enjoy doing this to him. Why did he choose C. Thomas Howell? Who knows? I just like how he just acts in this film, because C. Thomas Howell, I think he did such an outstanding, how he did a fantastic job in this. I mean, just look at him, you can tell that his face looks like he's crazy. And Rutger Hauer, he did such a fantastic job. I love him in Blade Runner. I think this film and Blade Runner are his two best films. I would even think if I pick my favorite performance from Rutger Hauer, I would still pick this because this is how the way he acted in this, how like acting like a psycho, I mean, Rutger Hauer, he was great in Blade Runner, but I would put that as a very close second to this film because I think this is because I've just seen this performance. I think he did such a great job in this, performing this serial killer. So yeah, his acting in Blade Runner comes in a very close second, but I would put this film, The Hitcher, him acting in it, is my favorite performance from Rutger Hauer. So he leaves, and Jim he gets on a bus when Jennifer Jason Leigh is on it too. He tells him in the little bathroom in the bus, the back of the bus. He tells him that he didn't do any of it. Then some cops pull the bus over, tells him if this person's on it. He gets out, but then he gives Jennifer Jason Leigh the gun. She holds the cops at gunpoint, tells them to throw their guns away, and they get in the cop car. And they get pursued by more cops and cars in the helicopter. Jim Halsey, he does a swerve on one of the cop cars and it flips over or some crash. but more cars are coming, and the helicopter is still above them. And then the camera swings off to toward the dirt road, and there's the Hitcher in the truck shooting at the helicopter, and it crashes down, explodes, and more cars crash into the wreckage. And it is like how how he smiles while he's doing it, still holding a cigarette in his mouth. He's just smiling as he's doing it. So they see him pass by, and the cop car, I think it was like they're in the is running on fumes, so they stop. They stop and they run on foot to a motel. So they're trying to get some sleep for the night, but as C. Thomas, he's in the bathroom, and the Hitcher somehow gets into the room, and he kidnaps Jennifer Jason Leigh, ties her between the rig and the truck, and between the container, the truck poles. And then in the gym, he meets Captain Eastridge, played by Jeffrey DeMunn. Captain Eastridge, we spoke on the radio, and tells him what's happening. Tells him, wait, why don't you do something? And he says, if we shoot him, his boat's gonna come off the clutch, and that truck's gonna roll. So he tells him again, do what we have to do, and tells him as he's in there, Hitcher is like pulling a little bit, It tells him to take the gun, and tells him to shoot him right here. But he doesn't want to. So then he says, "What a useless waste." So pulls the clutch, and you don't see Jennifer Jason Leigh getting ripped in half. You don't see that. It just cuts away, and it tells them stops at they're at the station. Tells that the Hitcher is getting interrogated. Like, how are you? He's like, I'm tired. Captain Eastridge tells him he has a name. No, he has checked out fingerprints. Nobody knows who this guy is. So he tells him his name. His name is John Ryder. But as he goes inside the interrogation, he just comes right up to him and spits on him. And C. Thomas and Rutger Hauer just smiles, like. So he gets put in one of the prison buses, and he gets the ride with Captain Eastridge. So the truck goes one way and the other one goes the other way. But C. Thomas Howell, he knows that he wants to finish this, so he takes Jeffrey DeMunn's gun and tells him, you don't know what you're doing, but I'm sorry, sir, I have to. It's something I have to do. This is between me and him. So he lets Jeffrey DeMunn go, and he takes the car as Jeffrey DeMunn is walking back. As he catches up to the prison bus, it doesn't show how the Hitcher, doesn't show how he got out of the handcuffs. It just show where the cops are playing cards, and he's first it shows him just sitting, looking like this, and the next thing they show it cuts to him already holding a shotgun and shoots the cops. And he gets the back door open, he just jumps right through the windshield of the other police car that he's telling Howell's driving. And as the bus goes off to into this sand dune place down off the road, he says, "Hi, kid," hits the brakes, and he falls. And he falls onto the road, and he's trying to stop the car, and John Ryder is using a shotgun, just shooting the car piece by piece, and then he's like, "Come on!" And then Jim just hits him again. He falls back, and he picks up the gun as he starts to walk away. But then he thinks he's dead. As he starts walking away, the Hitcher gets up, just throws the handcuffs and the leg cuffs off, and he does. See Thomas Howell's with this emotional face, he cocks the gun, and the Hitcher just smiles, It's like how he just smiles, and then all of a sudden he just shoots him, bang bang, shoots him 2-3 times, and that's it. And of course they credits roll as him. He's waiting, is standing next to the police car. So this is the Hitcher. I really do love this film. This is one of the great suspenseful films from the 80s, I would say. Rutger Hauer, he was perfect as he was just perfect as John Ryder the Hitcher. C. Thomas Howell, he is such a great job. Jennifer Jason Leigh, she was fine too, and so was Jeffrey DeMunn. It is the like the sequel. I don't have this. I don't have the sequel, so I'm not gonna review in that. So because I don't want to, just about how shitty the film is. So, it's just because yeah, like I'll just say it anyway. Because like in the second one, now no, C. Thomas Howell, he's in it though again, but for some reason he's a cop now, and he dies in that film. And the lead girl, Carrie Roar, I think was her name, is trying to kill the Hitcher, which is played by Jake Busey, Gary Busey's son. Even though I believe it was directed by the same guy who directed Carnosaur. Yeah, it was the same guy who directed Carnosaur 2 and Bats. Those two films are much better. Those two films are much better than Hitcher 2, especially Carnosaur 2. So I'm not gonna. I don't know the film, so I just want to say it right there. It's funny because C. Thomas Howell, Jim Halsey, he went through all this mayhem in the first film, and then the second film he just gets killed. Way to kill a great character like that, yeah. Which they do that in a lot of sequels, so they kill off original characters, so. But let's say the Hitcher 2. Oh no, not the Hitcher 2. The Hitcher, great classic film, great suspense horror film from the 80s. Rutger Hauer, I would say, plays one of the best serial killers in film history, in my opinion. At least there has some reviews here. It says here, an odyssey of horror suspense from Newsweek, right there on the front cover. The New York Post, a hair-raising, gut-wrenching, heart-stopping journey into hell that combines every terrifying tale about evil hitchhikers in one dark and diabolically unnerving adventure. It'll leave you so frightened that you won't stop. You won't stop for the next red light. Which I agree. Yeah, I do agree, because this film was nowadays with horror films or suspense or thrillers, most of the time they're not trying to be suspenseful at all. This film here is suspenseful. You get the suspense with him C. Thomas Howell trying to survive against Rutger Hauer. So, The Hitcher, great film, classic of the 80s. Rutger Hauer, like I said, he's absolutely awesome and fantastic as the Hitcher, and which I always love from the great film from the 80s. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next review. I'll see you in a little bit.